I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah.
Hey guys! So today I'm going to be doing this makeup look for you. It is a very traditional look. It has a very classic yet I would say fruity notes to it if this was a wine. I didn't go for anything that was too bold. I wanted something very clean and crisp that would work for a lot of different ages. You could be a teenager to you could have mature skin in your 50s and still pull off this great look. You could actually pull it off in like your 80s and 90s too if you want to. You go, girl. You wear that makeup. This is also a look that I think is very easy to achieve. I have mentioned a bunch of different products in the video. However, if there's a product that you don't like, if it is not cruelty-free, or if there is a product that just doesn't go with your budget, I can always try to help you guys find an alternative. Just leave me a comment below and I will try to help you. And if there is a comment below and you see that somebody else is asking a question and you know the answer, maybe you can help them out. That'd be great. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoy this video. Please leave me comments, please like, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.
Hey guys! So first I'm going to be putting my hair back with a soft hairband. I get these at Target. They are very inexpensive and work wonderfully. So I've already washed and toned my skin. Next I'm going to be putting on a moisturizer. I love this Clinique moisturizer. It's very inexpensive. It works great. I like to just put a few pumps on my face, really rub it in. I want to make sure that your skin is very soft and supple. Next, I'm going to be putting on this eye cream. You can really use any eye cream. I picked this one up in my last BoxyCharm, so I thought I would use it, but you can really use any eye cream you want. I'm just going to pat that in. Make sure that you let the moisturizer and you let the eye cream properly dry before you go on to the next step. Then I'm going to be using this rose water. I love this rose water, very inexpensive, works amazing. You can spray it on before you do your face, you can spray it on after, you can just spray it on when you're just hanging around your house. So you're going to let that dry. Next, I'm going to be using Too Faced Hangover. I love this primer. It smells like coconuts. It works wonderfully. This is probably my #1 favorite primer. You want to use a primer because it's going to make your makeup go on smoother. It's also going to make your makeup last all day. If you're spending all that money on makeup, you want to make sure that you spend some money on a good primer to make sure that your makeup lasts. Next, I'm going to be using this Urban Decay eye primer. I love this. It just goes on very smoothly and makes sure that your eyes are primed the entire day and then your eye makeup will go on more buttery. I love the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot. I like to put that on my eyes before I put on my shadows. It really increases your eye makeup. Next, I'm going to be taking some tape. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand and rip it off a few times to make sure that my eye makeup will go on flawlessly, but you don't want it to be too sticky because then it could cause wrinkles. So you're going to line that up and then you're going to make sure that you don't get it under your actual lashes. You don't pull anything off. Next, I'm going to be taking some Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek. I absolutely love this. Everything about Makeup Geek. I love the colors they have. I love the formula. I'm just going to put that on in windshield wiper motion. I'm not sure what makeup brush I'm using. I will link that below. Next, I'm going to go in with Cosmopolitan. I absolutely adore this color. This is also from Makeup Geek. They have amazing colors. Very, very soft and creamy. Completely recommend picking up a bunch of their stuff if you can. Also very inexpensive. You're looking around $5 to $6 per color. Next, I'm going to be using this color from MAC. I am not sure what color this is. I will link it below. MAC is not cruelty free. I just want to let everyone know that. I am trying to wean myself off of using MAC products. I love this color because it just gives a little bit of pop to your eyes, especially if you have darker eyes. If you have darker eyes, you know what I'm talking about. We always want to put a little bit more pop of color on our eyes. I just had something in my eye. I don't know what that is. Sorry about that. That's super gross. Next, I'm going to be using this Artiste brush with a little bit of marula oil. I love marula oil. You can actually get it very inexpensively on Amazon, but this particular one I got from Tarte because I wanted to see how good it was. I heard a lot of different people talking about it. I'm just going to put that on all over my face. Then I'm going to use a little bit of this Becca under eye brightener. This is just it helps me a lot. I feel like, I'm not sure if I will rebuy it. I liked it, but I'm not sure how much I like it. But it's worth a try if you can get a sample. Next, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I love this foundation. It's drugstore, so it is less expensive than if you say you went to a department store. It goes on smoothly. It lasts all day. I love this product. I'm using my Artiste brush to apply it. The Artiste brush works so beautifully. Cannot say enough good things about this brush. Definitely recommend everyone trying it out. So I'm going to use that and blend that all over a very flawless photo finish. Next, I'm going to be using a little bit more of the rose water on a blending sponge. I love these particular ones. These are the original. I have used a lot of the dupes, and I do not feel that the dupes really do any justice. I feel that this particular brand is the brand that you should use. Next, I'm going to be taking a few clean Q-tips, and I'm just going to be cleaning off my eyebrows to get any makeup, primer, foundation off of there. Next, I'm going to be using I believe this is Urban Decay foundation, or not, Urban Decay concealer. I'm not 100% sure on that. I will link below what I do use in this video. So I'm going to be putting that on in triangle form. I'm also going to be putting a little bit on the bridge of my nose to really accentuate my nose. I want to put a little bit around my mouth to make my mouth look a little bit bigger, and I'm going to put a little bit on my chin to make my chin look a little bit larger as well. I like to put a little bit over my brows to accentuate my brows, but this is completely, up to you. You don't have to. I put a little bit on my forehead to accentuate that part of my forehead to make it look larger, but you don't have to do that. Totally up to you. Then I'm going to be taking this Senna contouring kit, which is liquid. I'm going to be using a very thin brush. Not sure the name of this brush. I will link it below. I'm going to be using a little bit of rose water to make it go on smoother and more butter-like. I'm going to be using this very thin brush to contour my nose. I'm going to make the lines appear closer than the actual bridge of my nose to really make my nose look very snatched, to make it look like I had a nose job, which I haven't, but I do have a thin nose, but this really makes your nose look more defined and really button-like. I have a very, not witch-like nose, but my nose is pointed, so I like to do this to make my nose look a little bit more button-like. Then I use a little bit under my lips to make my lips look bigger, to make it look like, oh, you have such big lips, they make a shadow. Next, I'm going to be putting it on my forehead. You really want to make your face look like a heart, so darker on the outside, lighter on the inside. I'm going to be putting it on my forehead to make my forehead look a little smaller. I'm then going to be putting it on my cheekbones, underneath my cheekbones, to really cut them and define them and make them look bigger, make them look more defined so that my face looks thinner and that all over it's a better appearance. You can put this on any way. You don't have to do it into some fancy shape. I know a lot of people love to do that, but you don't need to make your face look like a butterfly or a piece of work because you're going to be blending it in. If you feel that you didn't put enough on, you can go back like I'm doing now and you can apply more, but that's totally up to you. It's better to start with less on so that your face doesn't look muddy. Then I'm going to just use a little bit of rose water on my sponge and I'm going to blend my face in. So you really just want to make sure that your beauty blender is very damp. I love this beauty blender. I have tried all of the dupes and I do not think that the dupes work at all. I do not think they give you the same coverage. A beauty blender is kind of an expensive piece of, it's not a brush, but you do get a lot of use out of it. I use my beauty blender more than I use any of my other brushes, so I definitely recommend investing in a good beauty blender. So you really want to blend that in. Next, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills banana powder, and I'm just going to use a clean brush and really pack that on underneath my eyes. Banana powder is essential for making sure that your eye makeup stays so that it doesn't crease and that you have longevity in your makeup. Next, I'm going to be using this Laura Mercier translucent powder. I love to use this for baking. The point of baking is that you put this powder on and then the temperature of your body bakes it after 3 minutes. And then when you brush it off, it's going to be a more matte finish in that area. So it's really going to define your cheekbones and it's really going to define the contour that you just did. It's also going to make sure that your makeup doesn't come off as easy. So if you get really greasy in those certain areas, this will really help you a lot. I tend to get greasier in my T-zone, so I love to put it on my nose because I feel like it snatches my nose more, it makes my nose more defined, it makes my nose not get greasy because I do tend to really get greasy in that area. It also, to me, just makes it look better. But once again, this is totally an option up to you. I also like to put it on over my brows because my brow area over my brows does get a little bit of more greasy for me personally, so I like to put the powder there. Next, I'm going to be using this Too Faced palette. I love this palette so much. As you can tell, it's a very well-loved palette, and I have a few of them. I didn't think that my contour was really showing, so I wanted to go over that with a little bit of powder. So I'm just really brightening up my face, and as you can tell, it really is working. I love this Too Faced bronzing kit because it smells like chocolate, and who doesn't love chocolate? I'm also putting a little bit on my jaw to really define my jaw and to work it into my neck because, you know, we don't want our necks to be a different color. I really love this Real Techniques brush. They are very inexpensive. They work wonderfully. I believe that they're cruelty-free. I know that they're synthetic. Next, I'm going to be using the Tatcha Lumi spray. I love this spray. It goes on wonderfully. It makes my skin look beautiful. Then I'm going to be using Lovecraft from Kat Von D. I love this color. It is so gorgeous. I love the formula. It's cruelty-free. Cannot recommend this color enough. Lovecraft. Beautiful. Next, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay setting spray, my favorite. Then after that, I'm going to be putting a little bit of highlighter on my cheeks from Becca Cosmetics with a fan brush. Next, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I will do a brow video if you guys would like. Just leave that in the comments and I'll do that for you. I'm just doing a very natural brow. Next, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D eyeliner in Trooper. I love this eyeliner. It goes on very smoothly. You can do a small cat eye like I'm doing today, or you can do a much more dramatic one, completely up to you. Next, I'm going to be using the MAC primer. MAC is not cruelty free, so I am trying to find other options. If you have any, please leave them below. I love using a primer because it protects your eyelashes from using a mascara. It makes them thicker. I believe that it makes the mascara go on better. For mascara, I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex. This is cruelty-free. It goes on wonderfully. I have never had a problem. It doesn't fall out. I'm going to be putting that on the bottom and top lashes. Great product. I'm just going to throw on some fake eyelashes. I'll list those below. And this is my final look. I hope you guys loved it. Thank you so much for watching.
I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right.